Celebrity parties have had their share of scandal in recent years, but few can hold a candle to the drama. Now emerging from one wild shindig thrown by Sean Diddy Combs, once renowned for hosting the most lavish and elite parties in Hollywood. Diddy's name has long been synonymous with luxury, glamour, and high-profile guest lists. However, with a recently released FBI declassified witness statement, one of his infamous parties has been put under the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. The case in question relates to one party that was seemingly just another extravagant event on the calendar of a rapper. However, what transpired behind closed doors has come as a shock wave through the industry. Some have even termed it an orgy gone wrong. In any case, this event has been the talk of the world's headlines, bringing to the fore what is happening in the lives of such Hollywood elite. What went down on that fateful night? Why would the FBI be concerned with this affair? The witness statement kept beneath the wraps for so many years taints what happened at Diddy's party. Like most rumors that circulate within the celebrity world, murmurs were heard of wild behavior, excess, and certain secret activities going out of everybody's sight. However, as the FBI continues to dig deeper into these accounts, the story takes a darker twist. According to the witness, the event began like any other high-profile party, replete with celebrities, influencers, and other power players making merry within a luxurious setting. However, as the night went by, the mood reportedly shifted, culminating in something much more chaotic than it seemed at the start. The witness detailed accounts that even seemed shocking, though true to lives, possibly with inappropriate drug use, improper behavior, and a lack of control that led to what is termed as the ORG gone wrong. These revelations have many left to wonder how deep the rabbit hole goes. Is this just the tip of the iceberg? Or is there some other sort of festival of skeletons hidden in the Hollywood closet for some of its biggest stars? That's what gets frightening. It's the attempts at cover-up that were in place as these kept the details away from public eyes. The association with the FBI points to this being more than just another celebrity scandal. It may even point towards some sort of other crime, exploitation, or much larger networks in play here. As the story unfolds further, we will pay attention to the witness's testimony, Diddy's notorious party's history, and what this could spell for his reputation moving forward. One thing is certain, this party was not like others, and its effects may only just be getting started with the new information the FBI has released. Stay glued as we unpack the full details of this shocking witness statement and what it could mean for the world of celebrity culture as we know it. Is this a new era for Hollywood's elite getting probed, or just another one-time incident that perhaps went out of proportion? Early life and career. Sean Diddy Combs was born on November 4th, 1969, in the hurly-burly that is Harlem, New York. His upbringing was a concrete contrast of crime and hardship, realities he came to see every day. When Diddy was just 2, his father, Melvin Combs, was slain. So his mother, Janice, brought him up while she juggled multiple jobs to make ends meet and raise her son. She lectured to Diddy at a tender age the idea of hard work. This drive will prove to be a great catalyst for his popularity. Diddy attended Mount St. Michael Academy, where he did great both academically and in sports. Such a sport included football. His athletic ableness made him disciplined, but entertainment was in his heart. After high school, he attended Howard University in Washington, D.C., where he majored in business. He never held on to that degree, but the period spent at Howard indeed heightened his entrepreneurial spirit. Diddy started his career in the music industry when he procured an internship at Uptown Records, a move that would change the course of his life. He was tenacious and started coming up with innovative ideas that soon captured the attention of the label's executives. Diddy was climbing the ranks, becoming talent director. He further assisted in launching great artists of influential artists such as Mary J. Blige and Jodeci, which proves how sharp his eyes are in finding talent and producing hit records. In 1993, he fought with Uptown Records and started his own record company, Bad Boy Records, just as hip-hop and R&B entered a new millennium. His first big success came in the form of Ready to Die, the debut from one of the most celebrated rappers. The notorious B.I.G. Diddy's vision for the label was not just a music label. He created a brand emanating from the flashy, high-energy lifestyle of the 1990s hip-hop scene. The late 90s and early 2000s made Diddy a household name, not just as a music mogul, but as an artist. Debuting in 1997, his album No Way Out would feature hits like I'll Be Missing You, a tribute to close friend, the notorious B.I.G. Assassinated in 1997. With this album, Diddy won a Grammy Award and secured a versatile foothold in the industry. While many knew him for his music, he extended to fashion through Sean clothing, after which he received a CFDFD award for Menswear Designer of the Year in 2004. He's also ventured into film, television, and even liquor through his stake in Ciroc Vodka. Despite the many successes Diddy has enjoyed in his career, there has not been a lack of controversy. The fame that Diddy won was buttressed with courtroom battles, personal feuds, and now the FBI probes into his infamous parties. Still, though, there is no disputing his position in the music industry or popular culture. The incident. Sean Diddy Combs is the name that has been synonymous with hosting some of the most exclusive and energy-charged gatherings in the flashy world of celebrity parties for years. But one particular incident, which started like any other luxury evening party, has turned dark and has now been added as part of an FBI investigation. What was planned to be a night of celebration snowballed out of hand with some very unexpected allegations that caused ripples both in the media as well as the entertainment. The core of the scandal is witness testimony that has just been recently released, making it a bombshell. The account has been kept under wraps for so long and is now at the heart of why the FBI has gotten involved. It is the statement of the witness, who incidentally was present at the party, that gives some account of what exactly happened. It presents a vivid, graphic, disturbing picture of what happened during the afternoon of that evening. It is that statement that darkened the celebratory mood, made it not only another high-profile bash, but something that attracted the attention and seriousness of a major investigation. The accounts of the witnesses only showed that the nights would turn wrong after the ordinary celebrity mingling, luxury, and excess revealed chaos. By night's end, it was said to have turned into something even much more disturbing involving drug use, misconduct, and some inappropriate behavior. Its accusations range from having such an orgy gone wrong in a way that says a lot more than just party antics. What has made this particular incident stand out is not simply the sensational nature of the activities alleged to have taken place, but, more importantly, the involvement of law enforcement at the federal level. In that sense, the decision of the FBI to investigate the party suggests that there might be more to it than what people would believe to be some baseless rumors. This interest thus comes across the possibility of illegal activities, substance use, exploitation, or possibly other illegal networks associated with other powerful figures attending. The witness testimony can't just be a gossipy description of a wild party. It opens the door to an investigation more profound than this superficial act of a crazy party. It kind of gives a sign that efforts have been in place to keep the things that happened at night out of the public view. Some even say there was probably an attempt to cover up the reality of the happenings. This has only fueled the fire, and this scandal has popped into one of the most widely spoken stories in recent celebrity news: Diddy's infamous parties. Sean Diddy Combs has long been synonymous with a life of extravagance and excess, and his legendary parties are the embodiment of that. For years, these events have been talked about in Hollywood, but nobody beyond that seemed to know what this was all about. Known for their opulence, exclusivity, and wild energy, Diddy's parties have almost reached mythic status. From mansions to private islands, it seems each party tops what just happened before it in terms of extravagance and showmanship. But while the kind of partying that Diddy is known for, the extravagant excesses, outlandish antics, and suspect goings-on, is a form of guiltless excess and fun, it has not been without controversy. Stories of outrageous excess, outrageous antics, and questionable activities have trailed Diddy's parties for as long as they've existed. It could be the garish show of Hollywood stars taking utterly ridiculous risks, or hearsay suggesting that things that indeed go down during some of these shindigs transgress the boundaries of what ordinary folk might view as innocent amusement. Diddy's parties have always been mysterious and full of intrigue. It's said to be a place where nearly anything not just good, but bad too can happen. Many other stories have surfaced over the years from those who have witnessed firsthand the wild nature of those parties. Such rumors exist about drug use, sexual antics, and furtive backroom wheelings and dealings that never seem to be confirmed. Diddy himself has said little concerning these reports, content to play the part of the successful music entrepreneur and businessman that he is in public. However, those who know his shows often say they tip over from fun into danger. What makes this party distinct is the extent to which things went that night. Supposedly, it would be a Diddy bash, the type of bash that always drew exclusive guests, decedent settings, and of course, some excitement to push the norms of extravagance beyond their limits. What happened was precisely one step more extremely beyond the fray of things that were supposed to be over the top. According to the witness's account, that affair was going to be the first extremely high energy, star-studded that spookedly broke into pandemonium. This witness account, part of the FBI's current investigation, describes the night turning into a total mess of drugs, inappropriate behavior, and letting things go out of control inside. One of the most notorious parties held within its walls. This event was not only changed by the entry of the FBI, but also marked a moment in the lives of celebrities when the glamorous world of excess crossed over into dangerous territory. What happens at these soirees, colloquially known as ORGY gone, may not be the stuff of polite dinner conversation. But the tale of the night's events has already sent shockwaves through the industry, leaving many to rethink the so-called goings-on behind closed doors in Hollywood. Now, with a statement from one of the higher-ranking officials who was supposed to be involved with the evening, the world gets a glimpse into some of the more unsavory goings-on at these infamous gatherings, all questions of accountability and the real cost of living life on the edge aside. FBI's involvement. Well, such kind of incrimination by the FBI in the Diddy Party case makes it not just any celebrity scandal, but potentially a crime case with devastating effects. This party, orgy gone wrong, hooked the federal agency's eye, and some testimony from a witness who spoke about that particular night. Why has this incident gotten the FBI's attention? What are its probable criminal implications? The FBI investigation reveals that the event surrounding Diddy's party involved more than just celebrity-manufactured tabloid fodder of Hollywood excess. Celebrity scandals typically entail issues that are private and not addressed through legal strictures. However, in this case, the incident involved very serious matters, such as allegations of drug use, exploitation, and criminal activity, which suggests that federal authorities are exploring whether any laws have been broken and fall under their remit. The availability of illegal drugs and the overall disorderliness and, reportedly, inappropriate behavior of those attending the party have also called into question whether it had sunk to an inherently criminal point. Whenever there are allegations of sexual misconduct or exploitation, particularly if someone is involved under the influence of narcotics or alcohol, the FBI would be responsible for deciding whether any criminal laws regarding exploitation or trafficking were violated. In highly publicized cases, law enforcement has looked for whether influential people were trying to cover what occurred, and this can lead to more indictments. Involvement of the FBI means that the possible charges can run the entire gamut of crimes. Substance-related offenses feature prominently in this case, since the witness described the event scene as a party with unsubdued use of substances. If this is proven, those attending, especially organizers, might be charged with possession, distribution, or aiding and abetting of illegal substances. Details of the FBI witness statement. An interesting account revealed in the witness statement by the FBI is associated with one of Diddy's most infamous parties. Originally designed to be a pompous, high-profile event, like many of his other gatherings, the evening took a dark and negative course, ending in chaos. The witness referred to the night as having great energy. However, below that, things derailed immediately into a debauched and bad behavior atmosphere. According to insiders, the bash, which was attended by an assortment of celebrities, influencers, and insiders, actually commenced with the typical trappings of lavishness: music, dancing, and an endless supply of expensive drinks. However, as the night continued, things began to get out of hand with many partygoers. According to one of them, what had begun as an elitist social event quickly turned into something hedonistic overnight. With drugs beginning to seep into the audience, the atmosphere turned hedonistic. The statement reveals that rampant drug use characterized the evening during which substances flowed freely amongst the party crowd. Some of the illicit substances were openly taken and shared amongst participants as documented in FBI records. This, together with alcohol, created an explosive mixture, leading to the kind of disorderly conduct. Revelry soon turned into something sinister within a wink, and lines of consent, decency, and safety became blurry. By the time the party peaked, the event is said to have gotten out of control and into a scenario of inappropriate behavior that fits into the description that gave it its flashy title. R.G. Going wrong. The witness is quoted as saying that certain parts of the venue became places for increasingly lewd activity. The behaviors he recounts included public acts of intimacy with little notion of discretion or consent. The atmosphere was reckless, pushing the boundaries and causing the party to get out of hand. Possible charges and legal trouble. While unbelievable news is happening about Sean Diddy Combs' party, the legal consequences of the action are quite grave. If the allegations in the FBI's witness statement turn out to be true, Diddy has the potential to face a series of severe charges that may severely affect his career and life at large. A good source of legal concern arises from the claim reported to have been illegal substance use in the course of this party. The witness statement also claims that drugs were being passed and used freely by partygoers. If that's the case, Diddy would at least be charged with some form of drug-related felony against him, such as possession, distribution, or even conspiracy to distribute controlled substances. In drug cases, a federal investigation is a serious business, and the FBI certainly makes this incident look like it has escalated far beyond some party getting out of hand. This does not, however, mean that the authorities would let him off the hook, particularly for broader liability. More likely than not, they would probe whether Diddy played a direct role in allowing the presence of illegal substances at the event, or whether he looked the other way at the activities to constitute criminal negligence. The second potential legal area of exposure is sexual misconduct. The party was described as an ORGY gone wrong, referring to the possibility of some improper behavior that could have been without adequate consent from one or more attendees. If that's the case, and the FBI finds evidence of exploitation, coercion, or assault, Diddy could be charged with related sexual crimes. Depending on the nature of these allegations, this may simply be as minor as unwitting engagement to inciting a hostile or unsafe environment at large, all of which come with rather severe legal implications. If Diddy were caught engaging in illegal activities, charges by the FBI may be pressed pretty fast, and he may be arrested as a result. That is very likely, considering the gravity attached to federal charges facing him, bordering on illegal substance use and sexual misconduct. The severity of the charges means that even if Diddy was not an active participant, he is placed in a precarious position legally by the fact that he hosted the party. His attorneys will certainly make much of the fact that he is not responsible for all that occurred, but a perception of doing wrong will provoke significant legal headaches. The testimony of the witness also suggests that the party was attended by other celebrities apart from Diddy. If, during the investigation, it happens to be found that other celebrities or influencers were indulging in illegal activities, whether drugs or misconduct or an attempt to cover up what happened, those offenders will likely be charged as well. The legal snare may have involvement far beyond Diddy, threatening the liberty of many other celebrities linked to the party. This case can shake the entertainment industry to its core if more people are implicated. As the FBI continues to investigate, more charges could be implicated, thus bringing out several high-profile arrests. If Diddy or any other celebrities appear on some or all of the charges, then the reaction will be very heavy legally and in public image, public and media reaction to the scandal. By the time the story of the FBI witness testimony came to the media, it was an immediate response, creating attention to what was portrayed as otherwise atypical, but celebrity-filled spectacle of partying. That testimony by the witness transformed what could have been only just a celebrity tabloid tale into so much more. When other details began to surface, mainstream news organizations, entertainment blogs, and social media exploded with outbursts that thrust Diddy's party and his name into the intense glare of public examination. Major media have approached the story differently, while others played on the shock value of the story. Yet others dug a little deeper and focused more on the legal implications of the same. Some of the earliest stories came in from TMZ, People, and The Hollywood Reporter regarding Diddy's infamous parties. Sources who are privy to the information recount the events, comparing it with others like celeb scandals that have rocked Hollywood in the past year. Televised news and talk shows have gotten into the mix, with pundits and attorneys speculating on the case's impact. For instance, Entertainment Tonight covered the issue of possible criminal charges, while Good Morning America took a look at how these types of incidents manifest a larger problem within celebrity culture itself. The storyline quickly moved from a singular event to questions over the rights and entitlements that often accompany fame. It ran amok through social media. The Twitterverse, Instagram, and even TikTok were filled to the brim with posts by fans and critics alike regarding the sensational details of the story. Memes, opinionated posts, and hashtags like #DiddyScandal and #FBI investigation began trending almost immediately after the FBI's statement was released. Many were shocked, wondering how this could have happened at one of Diddy's parties, while others seemed less than surprised, saying they heard rumors about previous controversy surrounding the star. Some fans came up in defense of Diddy, saying that one should be patient and not make judgments until more facts come in. Others were quick to condemn him, speculating on whether the scandal could mark the beginning of the end for his storied career. All these kinds of discussions opened a much broader conversation about accountability within the entertainment industry and the protection of powerful figures, leaving some fans putting Diddy in a league with other icons who have been embroiled in controversy. The scandal threads that appeared on Reddit have further broken down each new piece of information, as users themselves speculated what was going on at that party. Even the fans of Diddy took to his Instagram and Twitter pages, flooding him with support and criticism as this story unfolds. Many are anxiously waiting for an official response from the music mogul, since his silence has only fed speculation. While the media feeding frenzy continues to blow up, the experts have begun weighing in on what it means for Diddy. In fact, in celebrity scandals like this, the public's perception can shift on a dime, said one analyst, referring to examples of other stars whose careers were forever altered by scandals similar to this one, including very public accusations of pedophilia. Legal commentators claim that at the moment, the accusation is based on a single witness testimony. However, the fact that the FBI is involved in the case adds a layer of complexity to this question. Public relationists are now kept close to the heart as they watch the reactions of Diddy, his managers, and who will make an appropriate response. Many agree that his status as one of the most influential figures in music and entertainment could take a grave hit based on the investigation's outcome. According to PR experts, his case is similar to a few celebrity scandals in the past, wherein how Diddy can withstand the media storm will be very crucial. Any slip from them would probably result in an extended pound down of his brand, more so that in the future, witnesses or evidence come out. Cover-up attempts. The revelations that have been coming to light lately concerning Diddy's party are not only shocking the public, but it has raised some serious questions about the extent powerful people may go to protect their reputations. The disturbing hints of a systematic effort to cover up the chaos leached through in the witness statement released by the FBI. That would translate to some of the participants, even members of Diddy's team, consciously continuing to create the false perception of a rave and old money elitism to keep the scam from being exposed to the news media and law enforcement. Hints of the cover-up tactics include the alleged reported conversations where the attendees were told to keep mum on what happened that night. The witness remembered the last desperate moment to make sure that whoever went out gave in to the attempt to discredit the person. Hushed tones, composure, and whispers were given importance as a tactic to instill fear, hence keeping silent from accusations. Such actions portray a bigger scheme that resonates with other celebrity swindles in which the powerful often ensured threats and coercion to protect them. It is not a new trend in show business. Years have seen many cases where popular personalities would use their power to cover up some of the worst news. The case of Harvey Weinstein is indeed exceptional. He had built a whole system to silence the accusers and journalists who tried to communicate these falsehoods. Similarly, in music and celebrity culture, there are all sorts of stories about parties ending in shambles, only to be followed by very quick damage control operations that make sure the incidents never really surface. The witnesses' claims about attempts to silence other witnesses who were around at Diddy's party also heighten concerns over accountability in Hollywood. Such suppression tactics raise an ethical question over the culture of silence the elite circles foster, where fear of retribution somewhat gains precedence over truth-finding. This aligns with the general societal issues regarding the protection of powerful individuals at the expense of victims and the public's right to know. Arrest and bail plea. The controversy about the infamous Diddy party continues to build tension. Many questions are not only arising from the events that had transpired, but also the legal consequences he faces. Information about his arrest has been made public, but the circumstances suggest a complex web of motivations and protection by the witnesses behind such a case. From the very start, things have been pretty fuzzy around the narrative put forth regarding Diddy's arrest. According to reports, police officials feared retaliatory violence against the witness who gave the graphic testimony. The personalities involved would mean retaliations against those sharing the testimonies. This has only sparked rife speculation that perhaps Diddy's was a strategic arrest by the authorities, taking him off the streets to ensure the safety of a witness, the need of which was inevitable for containing any intimidation or coercion attempts. While controversial, such actions only go in testament to the stake involved in such cases where celebrity power plays are the game. However, things have become further complicated with Diddy's plea for bail getting rejected. This does indicate that courts are indeed taking the allegations seriously, by considering these allegations as a potential threat to public safety or flight risk, most of the time. Denial of bail signals the belief of the judicial system that the influence the alleged culprit could exert still exists in the aftermath of allegations of attempted cover-up and intimidation of the witnesses. Legal pundits point out that this rejection can serve as a deterrence to Diddy and other celebrity defendants and publicly display the strength of the judicial system in its strive to uphold justice rather than capitulating to the whims of celebrities and their status. The denial of bail at this juncture sends more than a message to Diddy himself. It becomes a public message to the world and other potential witnesses that a fair system would prioritize responsibility and will take drastic action in actions resulting from high-powered figures. So is this necessary for redefining a place where victims can come and seek protection from the revenge actions of wrongdoers? As such, with regards to the disposition of Diddy's cases, may eventually become a precedent in the way of handling similar celebrity cases in the future. The case provokes critical questions on whether there is a balance of power between fame and accountability. Would the very legalized system stay keen on protecting the rights of those who dare to voice out against influential people? After all, there should still be general societal demands for transparency and justice to take effect, challenging long-held notions that celebrity status cannot protect one from the implications of their actions in the world according to Diddy's, by his arrest and overturning of bail. Future consequences. The aftermath of the latest revelation about the party thrown by Diddy might have serious implications for him both legally and personally, because the FBI will most likely be starting an investigation into the claims that were made in the witness statement. Diddy, for the first time in his life, faces the real possibility of either legal ramifications toward his professional career or his reputation. Drug use and such misbehavior allegations could result in charges, possibly drug-related offenses, or even civil suits and criminal charges against other partygoers if the claims are true. Such dire consequences could change him forever in the entertainment industry. Then there could always be more witnesses coming up. As the case unfolds and gets more influential, people who attended the party may feel obligated to share their experiences not just out of a sense of justice, but possibly fearing worse legal action against themselves. More testimonies could only make Diddy's situation worse, while at the same time potentially giving a fuller picture of what happened that night and bringing in more participants within the ramifications. This case also serves as an eye-opener to the entertainment industry in general. It has raised several questions about the culture of star parties, which are usually secretive and lavish. As much as it hands out awareness of risks and legal consequences with such parties, it may lead to even more scrutiny and possibly a change in how such events are carried out. Celebrity behavior research may now be something frequently encountered now that fans and other authorities call for accountability over stances once viewed as simply scandal. Conclusion: the allegations are grave and multidimensional. This witness statement has a very disturbing view of the night as it spiraled out of control with so much excess and questionable behavior. That implicates Diddy, but also his stature creates real concerns about the potential for legal charges on grounds of usage of drugs and misconduct. Maybe then, only by probing deeper into this case, will the imperfections beneath the Hollywood party glamour be exposed. The more substantial information unfolds, the more people may come forward in pursuit of their unique spin on the complexity. Even the fact that the FBI is now part of the equation means that this is hardly just another celebrity scandal. Perhaps this is merely the beginning of a wider investigation into certain patterns of conduct hidden from view. It would be very interesting to hear the legal follow-up on this incident going forward. Will Diddy be charged? How will all this affect the man and the players involved? These are some of the questions the air gets full of as one waits for updates from law enforcement and experts in jurisprudence. As the story unfolds, viewers must remain updated with it. This investigation will have repercussions across the world of celebrities, finding its voice in bringing accountability and transparency to levels that have not been seen among the elite. The case reminds everyone that beneath the level of fame and fortune lies much more complexity.